Alright. First game for the fun Tentacles Chaos is against Dark Elves with probably just an apple. They've got an apple, they've got a fan factor. They've only got one reroll. So they have 4 positionals and runner and a witch. That's wild. Do you know what? After playing the Cripple Cup, I thought about just starting with 4 blitzers and a witch and only 1 reroll because they were really good with no rerolls. Just get a babe. Hope it's good enough. The plan is just to have tentacles first on every player. I was thinking about a Mino, but well, not every player. Sorry, every Chaos Warrior. Was thinking about having a Mino, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I could use a Mino. Maybe should have done actually. Thinking about it now, maybe should have gone with a Mino. If ever there was a team for a Mino, it's the one with the spam tentacles. Receive and just score and then hope. Hope something happens. My tents look shit. The warrior tents look okay. I haven't even seen warrior tents. Well, not that I can remember. I know Rattan had warrior tents, but I can't remember them. I know that warriors with tents look a bit silly. I like the thing on the pitch anyway, with the tents. So yeah, I don't mind this actual. I really was thinking about that. You know, after the Cripple Cup was so wild, and especially as you get so much money so quickly on the cyanide, I thought you would get, you know, with obviously concessions, you would get the money for the rerolls pretty quickly actually. So yeah, I did think about just starting with all 4 blitzes and the witch. No rerolls a little hardcore. Just bring them a line here. These guys are pretty far back if they get a blitz anyway. You too. Hey look, Stone Troll takes tentacles and he thinks they're good. So I'm gonna give it a try. So let's follow and get 3 dice with this guy as well. Not follow because he's already in one. You do the same here. This is crazy. So this is going to be very narrow for him to push through. Right, just going to have to make this block and then the blitz. And if it fails, it fails. Just go straight ahead and use this one. Nice. So that's good because now they can't just dodge straight out, isn't it? Having them like that. The only bad thing is how tight the formation is. So they just go straight down the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hopefully they can all. Some of these can come back because this is like the worst mistake you can make against an agility team or a bash team. Is having half your team here and half your team here. Well, not even half your team. Most of your team here and a few back there, and then they just wall off in between the team. Is basically the worst thing you can do, and it looks like it's going to happen. Nine players to knock over 3, yeah. But there was no turnovers, and I think some of those would have been turnovers without the third dice. That was a push and a both down of skull. That was a push and 2 both downs. So, you know. Yeah, think about the critical cup the ways you were putting on no rerolls either. Yeah, but they weren't bad. Like the Dark Elves still weren't bad. You just had to be really careful. So that's why I thought I wouldn't want to go no rerolls because my opponents had rerolls. But I figured you could maybe try 1 reroll Dark Elves. But then I don't like using. I don't even like 2 rerolls, to be honest. I'd go for the 3rd reroll before the 4th blitzer anyway. So. He hasn't done what he should have done, in my opinion. I think he should have really tried. He tried a screen here. They knocked him down, so he might do a little bit, but still. It feels like it this fill, but no, it's exactly the same chance. It's just that the right always turns it back. Just because I forget Duck Forever, it will be going on YouTube. I should really work on like an actual intro and outro properly, but I just go, okay, this is this. I did the presenting of it like it was, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not professional yet. Please get to here. Good. Okay, so now these can drop back a little bit and be in one mass. Like this. Symmetry is important. And obviously blitz there because otherwise you would have either got pounded or not been able to stand up. There you go, that's okay. So yeah, I think he made that too easy to. Now we've got all this space. And he's around the edges. Pussy. Yeah. Yes, Shawnee, this is new Chaos team. Yeah, it's a good formation, isn't it? The whole thing. Well, Vistral, I like to take sure hands on the first skill for a rookie skink if you roll a double. But you know, block isn't bad. Block is a good skill. but I always take short hands. I thought my game had crashed then. Crap. No, it wasn't that bad. He doesn't lose that much from it. Nice set for a second cage up the field. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? The only bad thing is not being able to... Oh, might be able to extricate him. No. No. No way to get him away from there. So I could put a warrior in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couldn't bits, no. So let's go about making a second cage further up the field again. Yep, he is. As silly as that sounds, it is absolutely true. Yeah, I think that was an acceptable roll from there to not reroll that. So he did the right thing by not rerolling it. So it's whether it just give him this block or not. That's the only question now. I like these two screening here somewhat, and obviously if he dodges he is screening. If he isn't, he's just getting knocked down. But then the Chaos Warrior is cunningly placed here. I think this would be better if this was a warrior. But he's in kind of a good spot, so you can't really swap them. I guess could do. For what it's worth. I like that there's warriors here and there and there. Like where his team is basically his warriors. %55% down to 33%. It uses their actions up at least. Screw it. Team Bulbasaur. Yeah, so that's interesting. I like trying to take up as much space as possible, even though the Undead did exactly the opposite last game with their ridiculously tight cage, but of course that was to help. That was to protect against the leaping war dancer bullshit. Hey! He's going to re-roll that out of sheer frustration. Like, it was basically just as irrelevant as the both down. But there was no way he wasn't going to re-roll that. No, he's got his receiving threat. Gotta stay wary of the frenzy. Who's got a side up? Next dicey roll with double skulls, weren't they? So the dodging away wouldn't have ended great. I think a warrior can get hit if anybody can. And I value going up here more and then using the warriors to jam them a little bit. I think that's the play. Still got a cage. So both down here isn't going to kill us. So just go for it. Didn't that suck? So now use the warriors to go into base to base. Bit crazy here, but that those two assists let him at least push him down. You can kind of keep them honest by going out there. Or here. And obviously have to reroll this now if it doesn't push. You might be able to do some tricky chaining shit. But if he can, fair play to him. Pussy cageception. You're not sure his double cage is working? I thought it was pretty good. He hasn't had a sniff of the ball over halfway line. I think it's working pretty great. Like, my aim is just to be over the halfway line by turn 6. Like, it does lead to some kind of dodgy breaks that are a bit fucking risky and a bit dicey. And, like, obviously it's better to... Because I think if you get there on turn 6, then they can clog you up and make it harder to get breakthrough on turn 7, like on turn 8, whereas if you get, like here on turn 7, that's good. Hello, Tommy Diamond, thank you. You can bleeding hippie. So this isn't going so great at the moment, of course. Abandon the double cage, that's the problem. Is this the knocking thing? Had one for It's all about the double pussy cage. Gyarados. Yeah, could have had Magikarp as a beast man. So the reversal over here should be pretty doable, I think. One cage isn't safe enough. It's true. It's not that safe, is it? You know, I really think there was what got me a lot better was when I was a young lad on Fumble, kind of. I was a bit of a noob still, and silly sod on Fumble. Somebody said, it's really hard to win like the bashing game because I've got a cage with 5 players, and I've only got 6 players to fight. And he's like, why do you only have to use 5 players to protect the ball? Why can't you just use your whole team to protect the ball? And I was like, oh yeah. Could sneak everyone through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If these two are pals, this can be very exciting. Of course they're not. Well, it had to come sometime. Yeah, it did. I can still pow him anyway. POW here. Yep. Get a POW here. And break through, if not just cage. E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So could make a stomp or a GFI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's not really very good. This is it. We didn't. See, it seemed better in my head. 1, 2, 3. It's him in the way a little bit, isn't it? If he wasn't there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would have to be a GFI to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably not worth trying to break through there, I don't think. Luckily, here's a cage I prepared earlier. But still, it's pretty good for turn 5, I think. Hello, big bone fat ass. Yeah, I think it was near. If that warrior wasn't in the way and could have got there without making a GFI, I think could have made it like a cage there, which might have been good. Still haven't used a reroll yet, which is nice. So I could even try something crazy like a dodge, but maybe not with a carrier. We'll see. Could try a GFI with a carrier. Maybe could have tried a few GFIs that turn, but I just don't think it was necessary. It wasn't like, you know, this isn't that bad a place to be with a massive cage. Like, even though obviously this corner isn't secure, he can't get assists for it and shit. A cage in a cage. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Look, and that was honestly, that was at a point, that was like a eureka moment for me when Silly Sod was like, why can't you just use your whole team to protect the ball? And I was like, oh yeah. And also he used halflings a lot. And then when he was using halflings, I realised that these two players could be halflings, and they're still just as in the way as if like they're dark elves or clawpummers or whatever, you know, a strength 7 tree man. They've still got just as good a tackle zone. No, he went for the surf, bastard. 1 dice into the 2 dice surf. That was a nice move, wasn't it? That was a nice move. So winning this game might be tough. He seems to know his shit. That was a cool little move. That 1 dice into the 2 dice serve. Well, maybe not that cool because he didn't got blocked. So it was a 3+. But still, it wasn't bad. This looks like a good spot to get the cage down to like here. It's got quite a lot over here. Okay, let's do this block first. Good. Halfway there. This does only have to be a push, but take a pound. Right, so now the only question is where the actual cage is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here looks good then. You can go there. Can have a crazy cage here. You can block him. Actually, you've got a frivolous reroll to use as well now, which is nice. It's just whether to block him there or him there. I think blocking this guy is going to be better. And stay because he's strength 4. So now he can use. Oh no, he won't. He can use a reroll now to get up. But why? He's not affecting the play. That was a bad dodge. Because now he's armor 8. And he's injured, see? Fucking stupid. What effect does he have if that works? Nothing. He should have just stayed down. He should have made the dodge, and then it would have worked. Stupid play. Yeah, mine went from level 1 to 3 in the same play because he was on 5 and he got 2 completions and 2 MVPs. Passes. Imagine that. Yeah, like what did that matter if he got to here? It just didn't matter. It was irrelevant. That was such a bad dodge to make. Like, you know, obviously he didn't deserve to die, but that's it. Chat shit, get banged.
Chat shit, get banged.
That was a shit dodge. I don't think he deserved to die. But never mind. How many star player points is a perfect Larson? Here's a question for you. This should be a pretty easy to make a. You know, he's got too much over there. Or I guess he's got these two or something. Fucking dodge. Why did I even do that? So this is probably going to be a draw on the end of the team. Chit chat bedgan. Yeah, exactly, Marsak. That's where mine went. He was on 5, and he was on 5 already, and he got 2 completions and 2 MVPs. He can block him, so this guy can get freed up. He could block him and free him up. It needs to be a POW now. Well, if he does this, it's going to be tough. Come on, trip. Yes. Trip and die. I think you probably should reroll it. It doesn't do that much though, actually. Right, so this block first has to be a POW. Good. He can blitz him. If he can block him, and would like it to be a pal, you know. So he's free to move. One, two, three, four, five. So can blitz. You just need a dodge from him. Oh, maybe not a dodge at all. So chin out the witch. Oh, and then there's still a dodge from there. Fuck. Alright, so just jam men's in here. You can still get him with a witch. But in fact, just put it in there because you can still get him with a witch anyway. In fact, now it's harder to get him with a witch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GFI as well. Of course, can't make a 3+ roll. That would be way too easy. Alright. And then fail up 2+, of course. That seems fair. That's a 9. So there you go, he's got 2 dice probably pretty easily. What's the chance of a 3+, 2+? It's not too unreasonable, is it? 83%. Shitter. Maybe he should have been there. Yeah, he probably should have been there, shouldn't he? So again, that's my mistake, because he should have been here, and then the dead body being there would have meant he would have had to come all the way around here for the assist, which would have been another roll he would have had to make. Ugh. Hey. Thank God for that. So he'd have to blitz him over there and get a POW, make a block him, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he'd push him. There's going to have to be 1 dice there, 2 dice there, and 1 dice there. I've gone for the foul. Ooh, just come out this way then, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, GFI, GFI. Oh, so that doesn't really change anything. So still need the POW here. Got it. Ooh, this can even get an assist with a POW. Nice. Unbelievable. An actual removal. So he can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GFI. 1, 2, 3. If he could one dice him, no. So actually, this doesn't even achieve anything. So it's just 2 GFIs, isn't it? There's no way to make it anything easier than that. And obviously no point risking anything before it. Phew. Having to roll dice fucking sucks. So probably made some misplays there to have to do that. But still. And it's going to be hard with only 10 players on defense. But there you go. Hopefully you can just swarm him in strength 4 or, you know, do some good and roll some ones. Thank you, Grindle and Sean. Thank you. Needed some pretty good luck there though. Survived a 55%, no 75% block. But then I guess that you only got that 75% block because failed an 83% chance. Rolling dice sucks. You play Bloodbowl, yeah. But you know, I don't know. Like I know that sounds silly, but if you find that you've got to roll a 2+ to score a touchdown, you've probably misplayed earlier so that you didn't have to do that. Yeah, he fouled the guy who got the blitz, that got the foul that cleared the tackle zone. So yeah, he did a pretty good foul. Ooh, rain. Good. Good. Elves are now beastmen. So I guess now it's quite important to try and stop him scoring at all. The scoring back with 4+ pickups is going to be basically impossible. Plus strength beastman is pretty good. I like how they just annihilate skinks and stuff. Like obviously you don't really care if they annihilate goblins, but it's pretty cool that they annihilate skinks. Don't anyone hurt now. And his guy hasn't recovered from the KO, so that's good. What is he? Just a line up. So if he doesn't recover, at least it's even numbers. A 4+ is basically impossible. Yeah. Well, what I mean is having to make a 4 or 5 turn touchdown against somebody who actually knows how to play with Elves, using Chaos, with the added difficulty of you need to pick up on a 4+, and if he pops it, you pick up on a 4+. It's pretty difficult. Because obviously a 4+ pickup is 50% or 75% of the time. Like that, you know, it's funny because when you pick it up with a beastman, what What are they fucking called? Ooh. A bull centaur. You're like 75%. It's not that bad. But then people are like, "Oh my god, you're picking up the bull centaur!" Rah 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 rah. Because people are so used to, like, you know, not taking risks, aren't they? Yeah, it was just funny. Yeah. Welcome to Kemri every day. Yeah, true. Cage the ball away from the foot. Yeah, Saurus 5 plus. It's not that unlikely. See, Saurus 5 plus with a reroll dedicated to it is a 55% chance of success, which is the same as a 2 dice block against somebody with block. And like people expect those to work. Like basically every time people basically expect powers when they make block. Oh well, that's that little thing. Stop. But yeah, you know, like people see a Saurus dodge or a Saurus pick up and they're like, "Holy shit, you're so lucky!" And it's like, well, realistically, you don't say that every time someone powers, do you, on a block? People say, "Oh god, got so many pushes." Ah. So they're upset when they don't get a power. So they shouldn't be surprised when a Saurus does anything. I go for Saurus dodges all the time. That's why I don't even care about break tackle that much. Because if, on the odd occasion where something horrific has happened, and you know you need to make a 5+ dodge to get the ball, it's not that low odds, is it? I don't think it's worth making your team worse every other turn of the game. Eventually I would get break tackle on Saurus, but it would have to be near legend. That's amazing, Sean. Hello, Slickmongers. I did an amazing string of rolls with a Saurus. I think I did like a 6+ dodge, then a 5+ dodge to serve somebody with Saurus. That was pretty cool. So I really hate marking these, but doing it with strength 4 means that he's either got uphill block or dodge away, which with 1 reroll left now isn't super likely. Just try and jam this little bit. Get a guy downfield. He can be strength 4 after all. No, it was our guy that was stunned, not his. But still. This could be interesting. Yeah, exactly, Duck Forever. Almost every... people who like to whine most of them. Yeah. The thing is, though, of course, overall the dice are going to be fair, but there was one game that I had recently where I looked at it and 4 out of 9 GFIs were 1s. And now, sure, you can say that, you know, I played bad to have to make 9 GFIs or whatever it was. But That wasn't good, was it? That was sucky. But most things you're going to be able to come back from regarding the dice. Like the total number of d6s were even. It was just that 4 out of 9 was bad. Whee! I powered the guy though, so I guess he won't re-roll it. He powered these two. But this guy's heading to the fucking danger zone now. He could even mark him. He's going to molest him, he can block him, he can block him. So that can free him up. Right, so this one to free up the other guy. And then Bez is down. There's a lot of blocks to make this turn. Can re-roll one of them. The first one. So that gives 2D there. And then blitz him. So now any fails are going to suck, but got to keep doing them, haven't you? You got to keep going for it. These guys. This team has like made one AV breaking in time match. Just thought I'd point that out. I think literally one AV breaking in time. Yeah, here comes the dice mining for your opponent. Yeah, just after I double down. But it was, I think, the first double down maybe. Didn't have to reroll much in the first time. Plus, you know, you could make... Oh, I stunned first turn. Yeah, I do. Okay, yeah, I remember that. So 2 AV breaks. Knocked down a lot of players, though. So we can free up this warrior. Or this beast. Yes, quite the richest tea. There you go, exactly. But that's how exactly proves why people get whine about the dice, doesn't it? Because, you know, I thought that I'd broken once, but actually I've broken twice. So no, true. I think I've outblocked him quite heavily though, and I have someone out and he doesn't. Oh no, he does. Okay, so that was effectively a Kaz in that KO. Okay, so no, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining anyway, you know, because look, dice happen, and now he's won in 6 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GFI GFI. Totally gone for that. By the way. So these guys are all right. He can block him down. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So do this two dice block first. make it GFI. Right, just gonna go for this to score. Come on. Doesn't that fucking suck? Nothing punished him for picking me. Haven't used the second reroll. Really sad. That was sad. Never do the last GFI PB 101. About 10 times, yeah. The best one was the against the Chaos, where the High Elf just needed to do something crazy. Had a -2D and -0 to get the pushes, and then failed the fucking GFI. I don't think that whole sequence is that hard. 3+. Let's see what the chance of the whole sequence was. He's out of rerolls. No, he's got one. Shit. What was the whole sequence? 3+ dodge. 2D needing a push. 3+ pick up, then 2 2s. So it's 58% for the whole thing to work. So that was pretty good. Warrior can just do the same next turn. Maybe should have blocked him. Didn't want to waste, like, didn't want to have to use the reroll for the turn, making a relevant block. Come on, dodge and fail. Shit. Well, that makes hitting his witch substantially more difficult, but at least he's out of rerolls. So I guess anything can be the end of his turn now. You have our attack, it's difficult. Hey. Going for it to fail. So he wants to mark him. He can come back up. You can just block him down now. Don't want to do a dodge now. You can go here. Seems like a good area of space to be covering. He's got 2 here. So, as much as I'd love to stand him up, like blitz him, it's not super relevant. I don't think it's as relevant as getting this 2 dice in. And knocking both of these guys down. I don't know. Do this one first. If he runs this way, so I guess this guy can just go. This guy goes here, then this guy can run out and pass to him. So I think put him on the eye as a safety issue. Oh no, put him up here, so that now he can't dodge away to it on a 2+, and then do this blitz. Oh yeah, you can make the GFIs now, you prick. So at least giving him a 1 in 36 to fail is something. The trick is to get 22 shit coaches to play in the golden, yeah. It's true though, I mean that is the most unlucky, the biggest element of luck is who you're drawn against, isn't it? See, this is a 1 in 9 chance of failure. Whereas, but I guess it doesn't lose him the game if it fails. Whereas if he'd just dodged away, it was safer. But his witch would have been on the ground, probably injured or dead. Cake or death, thank you for the follow, sir. Yeah, so left it a bit weak here with these two here. That was the danger of having him there to guard against him. But giving up blocks isn't that bad when he's got no rerolls. There must be a way to chain somebody free here to do something. Well, you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G5, G5. I can't get there. You can just block him and then use him for a 2D. Almost. You can block him. He cancels the assist. If only we could end Stalky, that would be great. High five the air. FI. So I think the plays are, this is the huge one. Fuckhead. That was pretty huge. That's 2 G5s to hit. Right, he ain't doing anything. He can't. He can free up the warrior with a POW. No. So warrior not free. If he gets a POW, this beastman can come in with 2 GFIs. Right. Oh, except there's no... Except there's... There's an assist. So it's 2 GFIs. We'll do this one first. this one GFI now? That seems much more reasonable. Unfortunately, now this guy's really out of the play, so I think this is going to have to be a reroll, just because the other guy's so far out of the play. Fucking hell, roll loads of ones. Because they're so thorough and everything else they do, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Quinville. Yeah, I think people will definitely cheat in the World Cup. People will cheat in the World Cup in a million different ways. I'm sure of that. So that was disappointing, especially using it on the first one. Like, maybe it wasn't worth making that go for it and hitting the ball. Maybe it should. Because I was thinking about it wasn't, because it was going to take 3 GFIs. I wasn't going to do it with 4 GFIs, but I thought about it with 3 GFIs. Obviously would have taken them both down. It's looking like a draw. Yeah, cheating will be rampant. I did fiddle with the settings a little bit, Duck Forever, but it was mostly the daylight was. It was just the way it worked, basically. Just, you know, it's just different. Go for the pass. Oh yeah, Traitors will lose in the first round anyways. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, people will cheat for sure. Right, so there's plenty of chances to get this guy free. And then another chance to 2D after that. So, stand him up. So block with him first, because if it's a push he can have a chance to free him as well. And of course not, because I used the fucking last reroll for 1 in 9. Dead. 1 fail now. What a cocksucker, like how good did you want to be, you fucking piece of shit. Wow, sorry man. So yeah, that was, you know, those fucking GFIs now re-rolled. They didn't need to be rolled because it still gave us a good chance after it. Like that was such a good chance. 1 in 9, 55% he goes down. If he doesn't go down, it's another 1 in 9 and 55% down. Then he gets to blitz into the witch, which would then push Derp because so he wasn't that good because he put her in such a position that if it had been a push, the warrior would have got her blocked, and then he could have followed, and then the beastman. So he put the witch in a terrible position. Really, really pissed off that I used that last reroll now, because he really did play that badly. Dodging the GFI. Can't think of anything better. Come on. Oh, brilliant. Another thing that would have been good for. Wow. Brutal. The one who scored as well, yeah. Well, it's a draw now anyway, so the team's dead. So it doesn't really matter. bad luck even out in the end. I don't think it did, but never mind. But yeah, I didn't need to make those GFIs to get the 2 dice in as it happened. But I mean, should I have been more conservative there? I don't know. Yeah, Carl did call it. But no, I mean, that would have happened with any chaos, wouldn't it? It wasn't because they were technical. It wasn't because they were technical chaos. It was just because they were chaos. And chaos completely suck. Yeah, I should have probably been more conservative that turn. And then would have had that reroll for the easy chance he gave us the next turn. But you can't be psychic, can you? But I should have looked at the board position and worked out that it was being difficult for him to keep it safe. Dodge? Can't remember what I rerolled. No, I didn't reroll the dodge. I rerolled a pickup. I rerolled a pickup and it go for it, and it both down. But I shouldn't have made those go for it as it happened, I think. Right, still got a chance of a ride, I guess. Yeah, that bad dodge was so fucking bad. Oh. Yeah, that bad dodge. I mean, that could have lost us the game as well, being a man down. I hate how like Nuffle completely fucks you sometimes. Not only did he fail, but it was irrelevant. So yeah, shouldn't have made that dodge. Having an extra player would made a big difference, probably. Yes, Bubba Hotep, you asked before, and I said, of course I will keep my Dark Elves. Why on earth would I get rid of the best team in the Cripple Cup? Time for the consummate bad manners here. Don't even go for the frivolous skill up because we're retiring the team. Just see what can happen here. Of course. Not just a turn 16 foul. A turn 16 foul and I'm deleting my team anyway. Die. No. Teams were destroyed. Yeah, I saw that. It was crazy. I'll trade you my Cripple Hiles for your Dark Elves. No, 70k. That would have been great. Oh, he only got 2 armor breaks. But one was a death. 2 were deaths. He got 2 cars. An injury and a kill. So there you go. I shouldn't have been whining about the AV breaks. It was a cool idea though, that team. But meh.